clashing with federal agents in Chicago as ICE steps up President Trump's immigration crackdown, pushing and shoving outside an ICE facility.
One of them literally laughed. He was standing right here. He said, them kids.
Fuck them kids. Welcome to America in 2025. As ICE continues its raids of Chicago, many people are wondering, how is this legal?
Obvious violations of people's core constitutional civil rights, their right to equal protection and the freedom from unlawful searches and seizures.
Ah yes, the Fourth Amendment. For all those people who claim to love and obey the US Constitution so much. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable search and seizure shall not be violated. This was also the basis for the LA case against the ICE sweeps in Pedro Vasquez Perdomo versus Kristi Noem. Now, Kristi Noem, of course, the walking ad for gender affirming care, who killed her 14-month-old dog rather than train it. That's true. She wrote it in a book. Now, the city of LA won the case and was granted a temporary restraining order against ICE. But Trump, the sore loser he is, brought the case up to the Supreme Court, where in a 6-3 decision, granted the stay and effectively lifted the lower court's restraining order. Leading this decision was Trump appointee Judge Brett Kavanaugh, writing, "Ethnicity cannot be the sole purpose of a stop, but can be relevant among other factors." You know the racial stereotypes, like the language you speak and the job you work at, and the color of your skin. And that stops are usually brief, and legal residents are promptly released. I think we have footage of those brief stops, actually.
It's against... No!
Back the fuck up! Back up!
Oh my God. Not doing anything. You're saying that.
Look. Open the door. No, you can't!
See? Brief. Now that brings us back to Chicago and the next stop of many on the ICE Stadium tours. And I'm sure they handed these new rulings from America's highest courts that these will be lawful pursuits to clean up one of America's biggest cities.
It's the most egregious abuse of our basic rights as Americans I've seen in a long time. Federal agents raiding an entire apartment building with kids in it. Hundreds of armed federal agents and police, backed up by riot trucks, smoke grenades, and helicopters.
Game on now! Hey! Let go!
What did you expect? This is America. We've seen people marching down streets in masks before. First they came for the homeless, and I did not speak out because I have a home. Then they came for the media, and I did not speak out because I'm not a reporter. And then they came for the immigrants, and I did not speak out because I'm a citizen. And then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak for me.